Lile Training Series, S-Series Table Assembly. Introduction. Topics: preparation, plotting the build, assembly procedures, what not to do, and being professional. Preparation. All projects, large and small, require proper planning and preparation. Always read through the instructions before any build, no matter how easy it may seem. Before you get started, verify all the parts needed are present and accounted for. Always check it against the instructions part list to make sure nothing is missed. On a clean blanket, lay out all the parts so they can be easily seen and inspected for damage. Make sure you have plenty of room to work, and be careful when handling all pieces. Do not underestimate the importance of this procedure. Many potential issues can be avoided if this step is properly utilized. Take these few minutes to check everything down to the last screw. Some kits may have various sizes of screws. Make sure you know where each screw is to be used. Make sure you have the right tools before arriving to the job site, and always have cleaning products on hand. Cleaning products are as important as any other tool. Thoroughly look over all parts involved in building the table. Document all damage and report the damage to your supervisor immediately. Plotting the build. Formulate a plan with your teammate. Make sure both of you know what steps you're going to take to ensure you both are working towards a common goal. Teamwork is essential for producing professional results. Assembly procedures. Now that you have your plan and all parts are present and accounted for, it is time to act. Working together, stand the table legs upright so the table axle rod can be inserted. Gently rotate until it slides in smoothly. You should not have to force the piece into place. On the crank side, gently rotate the axle rod until it too slides in smoothly. There should be no reason to force the piece into place. Once the axle rod is in place, hold the assembled pieces while both of you work together and install the center brace. Gently slide the metal brace into place. Next, line up the screw holes. Keep your screws level and carefully insert the screws. Make sure your drill is on the correct directional mode and level out the screw to avoid angling the screw or stripping the head. Keep your drill on a lower speed to avoid scratching the surface. Continue to insert all screws in the appropriate places according to the instructions. After the screws have been inserted, check for sturdiness and verify nothing has been missed. Together, gently place the tabletop over the newly assembled legs, lining up the holes, and hand start the screws into place. Make sure your drill bit is correctly positioned in the screw head and set on low before inserting the screws. When you are inserting the screws, be mindful not to over-tighten. When the table is completely assembled, always clean and wipe it to give it that finishing touch. As with every job we do, make sure you pick up all trash and tools and leave the place as good or better than it was before you arrived. What not to do. As it was mentioned earlier, check your parts and accessories. There could be several different sizes of screws meant for specific applications. Using the wrong screw for the wrong application can cause Irreversible damages. When handling parts for inventory, do not just pile them up. You are a professional, and you should treat each part like it was gold. Tabletops should be placed on blankets and leaned against solid objects like a wall or a post. Do not lean tabletops against unstable objects. Focus on your job. Do not let distractions cause unnecessary, careless accidents. Remember, you are a team. It is not acceptable for either one of you to allow one person to do a two-person job. Even if the person has the ability to handle a piece on their own, it is not always the best idea to do so. Carelessness and ignorance has no place in this company. Remember, always hand start screws when being installed on tabletops to avoid scratching the surface. Now have your paper and pencil ready. Some questions may have more than one correct answer. Quiz question 1. What is the first thing you should do when first starting to put a table together? A. Read the instructions. B. Inventory the parts. C. Inspect the parts. Or D. Develop an action plan. The correct answer is A. Read the instructions. Question number 2. All parts to the table should be A. Placed on a clean blanket. B. Inspected for damage. C. Checked against the parts list. D. All the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Question number 3. Besides the table parts, what other items are needed for the assembly process? A. Tools. B. Cleaning supplies. C. Blanket. D. None of the above. The correct answers: A. Tools. B. Cleaning supplies. C. Blanket. Question number 4. If damage is found on any part of the table, what should be done? A. Document the damage. B. Try to fix the damage. C. Report the damage. D. Ignore the damage. The correct answers: A. Document the damage, and B. Report the damage. Question number 5. According to the video, what is essential for professional results? A. Proper tools. B. Teamwork. C. Action plan. D. Not to hurry. The correct answer is B. Teamwork. Question number 6. The table axle rod should be A. Installed after the support bar. B. Installed before the support bar. C. Gently tapped into place if needed. Or D. Installed by two people to avoid damage to the rod. The correct answers are B, installed before the support bar, and D, installed by two people to avoid damage to the rod. Question number 7. When inserting the screws into the support bar, it is important to A, keep screw level to the hole. B, set drill speed to low. C, make sure drill bit is properly inserted in screw head. D, line up screw holes. The correct answers are all of them. A, keep the screw level to the hole. B, set the drill speed to low. C, make sure the drill bit is properly inserted in the screw head. And D, line up the screw holes. Question number 8. When installing the tabletop, it is important to A, have two people place the tabletop in place. B, hand start the screws in place. C, not be concerned about scratching the tabletop. D, make sure drill is on the lowest speed. The correct answers are A, always have two people place the tabletop in place. B, always hand start the screws in place. And D, make sure the drill is on the lowest speed. Question 9. Tabletop should always be A, leaned anywhere. B, set on a blanket. C, if leaned, against a solid object. Or D, always laid flat. The correct answers are B, set on a blanket. C, if leaned against a solid object. It does not necessarily always have to be laid flat. Question 10. Carelessness could possibly be rewarded by A, termination. B, promotion. C, suspension. Or D, none of these. The correct answer is A, termination, or C, suspension. Carelessness will not be tolerated. Be efficient in all areas of your job, and you will not have the need to hurry. It is very important to read the instructions. Check all parts to make sure that they are present and accounted for, and inspect each part to ensure there is no damage. Bring the right tools for the job, and remember, always have cleaning products on hand. Work together as a team and let your professionalism show in your workmanship.